Hey folks, I'm Hugh from Carroll's Sausage and Country Store. Cooking is my passion, and if you're looking for the best recipes from the farm to the table, then you have come to the right place. So pull up a chair and let's eat. All right, welcome back folks. One of my favorites also, grilled ribeye steaks. You can't beat it. We're going to be cooking them here today on the Wolf infrared indoor grill right here at Congar LP Gas in Tipton, Georgia. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching the show. We are going to do a ribeye steak marinade using some Gin Creek wine, using some Oliver Farms infused sunflower oil, and we've got, of course, some Carroll steak seasoning and a little bit of our apple bourbon seasoning available at Carroll Sausage. All this will be available at Carroll Sausage, by the way, in Ashburn and Sylvester. We'll go ahead and get the marinade going. And I've also, while I'm doing this and letting the steaks marinate, we're going to show you, I'm going to do a quick and easy green bean recipe using some of our Carroll's smoked ham hocks that I like to use at home quite a bit. Here we go. These are some USDA choice hand cut Black Angus ribeyes. I'm just going to lay these out here so you guys can see them. They're we cut custom cut beef and pork, as most of you know if you've been to Carroll's. That's what we do. That's what we're famous for, is custom cut meats, and we're really known for our good steaks. And I love them. We got fillets, T-bones, sirloins, flat iron steaks, chuck eye steaks. We got a full variety of steaks, and we've got different grades. We even carry Wagyu beef now, as well as prime. We've got USDA choice and select. Several different grades, just kind of depends on what you want. And of course, everything's a little different price. But anyway, to start out here with our marinade, I'm going to use, we're going to use some of Oliver Farms infused, well, let me shake it up. You have to shake this up. This has got different kinds of seasonings and stuff in the oil itself, which is really good. I use it on a lot of different things in place of cooking oil, but it's sunflower oil. And this is actually, all the sunflowers are grown right there in Turney County, Georgia. So it's Georgia grown, local grown. We're going to use about a quarter a cup, well, maybe a little over a quarter of a cup of Oliver's oil. Set this over to the side. I'm going to use about a cup and a half of Gin Creek some red wine. They've got all kinds of different flavors, and this same recipe makes a really good roast marinade as well. And if you're worried about the alcohol content, once you cook this, it cooks the alcohol away. It just gives it a really good flavor. And we're going to add, I'm just going to kind of sprinkle some Carroll steak seasoning in here. This has also got a lot of different herbs and spices in it. And if you like a good seasoning for a steak, this is a good one right here. Then we've got an apple bourbon seasoning. This is going to add a little bit of a sweet flavor. It doesn't have, I almost said tangy, but it's not tangy. But I think with this mixed with what I'm using here, the red wine and the Oliver's oil, it will have a little bit of somewhat of a little tangy. That's about a teaspoon or so of that in here. And let's see, get a little mixer. Luckily I found one of those. I'm just going to kind of blend this all together good. Simple and easy marinade. I don't have time to do it today because, of course, I'm trying to cook these things and get them ready to eat. But it wouldn't hurt if you put these in your refrigerator, even overnight, and marinate them overnight in your refrigerator. Or at least, half hour or so before you cook them. And I like to let mine sit out, let my steaks set out anyway, let them kind of get to room temperature about a half hour or so before I try to cook these. I'll put them in a Ziploc bag. You can put them in a bag, or you can even actually just put them in a baking dish or some kind of a dish if you wanted to go that route. But I'm going to use a Ziploc bag. And pour a marinade in here. Just make sure you seal these bags really good, because that you really want to make a mess. You pour oil all over your kitchen. Just kind of toss those around. Doesn't hurt to kind of toss them around. If you put them in the dish, come back later, flip them over a couple of 2 or 3 times. Just let them sit in your, like I said, just let them sit in your fridge overnight, or at least a half hour or so before you cook them. You just leave them sitting out. So I'm going to set these over to the side. We'll go ahead and fire up the grill and get it hot. There we go. Now this is this operates off of gas. I'm assuming it's LP gas, right, Bill? Okay. LP gas, and which is available also at Conger Gas in Tipton if you need some gas. And y'all actually do contracts now that if you want to get a contract, they'll come around and fill your tank. Even when you're not, I mean, you don't even have to be there or call them. It's just always filled up. So, I mean, you can't beat that deal. That's the deal I got going on. So I really like that. That's a good service that they have to offer. All right, we got the grill heating up. Now we're going to move on to our green beans, Mr. Cameraman. Just need to be, oh, yep, he's telling me to move this off before it catches on fire. We don't want that today. Green beans, I've got about 4 cans of green beans. If you want to do fresh green beans, you can also do that. I went with the canned green beans tonight because of time. I personally prefer the fresh green beans over the canned, but canned green beans do cook a little bit faster. And I poured the water and everything, you know, water and all in the, I didn't drain them, in other words. I used the juice out of the can. I'm going to add in some smoked. This is a smoked, they call them smoked knuckles. Something we carry at Carol's. It's a lot of flavor. It's got some good seasoning on it. It's got a bone in it also. Makes real good seasoning for any kind of vegetables that you're cooking. Peas, butter beans. We're going to get that going. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic butter. Carol's garlic butter. This is one of our hottest sellers. Good on just about everything. Of course, y'all know, y'all see me using it all the time on the show. Okay, I've got this going. This Wolf cooktop is awesome, y'all. I tell you what, if you're looking to replace your range in your house, this is the way to go right here. Can of chicken broth gives it a little more of that flavor. I'm not going to add any salt to it because the chicken broth it wasn't a low salt chicken broth, so it's probably going to have enough salt in it. Of course, you can always add salt to it too. Chopped red bell pepper. You can roast these if you wanted to put them in the oven and just kind of sear them a little bit in the oven prior to adding them to them. It's good like that, but I like to just cook mine in the beans. So that's pretty much it on this. I mean, simple. Makes a good tasting dish. And the ham hock's not too bad either if you like to gnaw the bone. Somebody usually grabs a ham hock out of the pot of beans at my house. Most of the time it's me. All right, we're going to just let those come to a boil. You just want to kind of simmer those for, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour is fine. And, you know, if you just get them to a boil and let them simmer. If you just cook them till you get, you know, kind of to the desired tenderness that you want. Actually, the longer you cook them, simmer them, the better the flavor is to me. It soaks up more of that flavor. Oh yeah, we're getting hot here. All right, we're gonna try this grill out. Oh yeah, those are set in there. Oh, I need to grab a glove. Let's see here. So this grill gets pretty hot. What's that temperature heat up to?
Around 700 degrees.
700 degrees. So it gets hot quick. throw these on, get these seared. Forgot you told me to shake those off a little bit good. Oh yeah. May have to cut the vent hood on here in a second to suck some of the smoke out. What you think? Probably will. It'll take me just a few minutes on those. I'm gonna pull the smoke out of here. I love his vent hood. Is that gonna be too loud on you there, Mr. Cameraman? Maybe not. I'll try to talk a little bit louder. And I didn't get a platter to put these on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna lay them right here on this cutting board when I get them done. I'll just lay this over here away from the heat. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna sear these on both sides. I like mine sort of medium rare, and obviously, you know, just medium rare is around 135 to 140 degrees. And so if you want them any dunner than that, just if you want fully cooked, just go ahead and get them on up to about 170 degrees internal temperature. You can check them with a thermometer. About the easiest way to do it. Oh yeah, looking nice. That's what I'm talking about right here. Oh yeah. All right, now these are going to cook. I'm going to let these cook for just maybe another minute or two on this side. Thank you for tuning in. We are having a blast. The green beans and ham hocks are almost ready over here. We're going to be sitting down here eating us a ribeye steak. Y'all come see us at Carroll Sausage. Thank you to Oliver Farms, Gin Creek Wine, Conger Gas, Goods and Pecans, Carroll Sausage, and Country Store for sponsoring our show. Thank y'all. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Our day always starts early, making sure everything gets done. And every day, Conger LP gas helps. Life's better with propane. It's reliable, clean, and American-made. A full house with our busy schedule, and what seems to be never-ending laundry. Having enough hot water is important, because at the end of the day, there's always enough hot water for me. Conger LP gas, fueling your life every day.
Freshest meats from the farm to your table. You know it's good when you see that Carroll's label. Sausage just like Grandpa used to make. Mouth-watering ribs, chops, bacon, and steak. Your family's gonna love it, so do yourself a favor. Carroll Sausage and Meats, your choice for mealtime flavor.
The Georgia Grown logo is a symbol of quality throughout our nation. Georgia is nature's favorite state, where agriculture is the #1 business. Learn about agro-tourism, explore unique farming venues, and see where your food comes from on the Georgia Grown trails. In season, you can purchase fresh Georgia produce and other fine Georgia Grown products. Help grow Georgia's economy and support your neighbors by purchasing products with the Georgia Grown logo.
Goods of Pecans is your family-owned source known for growing pecans with exceptional taste and quality. Now introducing a variety of all-natural pecan butters alongside their toasted gourmet treats. Taste for yourself their flavors of cinnamon, sugar, sea salt, and brand new sriracha. Don't forget to put pecan butter on your shopping list this season. And remember to shop Georgia Grown. Visit goodsofpecans.com to learn more about their products, view recipes, and to purchase pecans and pecan butter for your family.
All right, welcome back, folks. I tell you what, it's so nice to be here tonight down in Tipton, Georgia at Conger LP Gas Company in their new test kitchen. I want to say a special thanks to them for having us down and letting us do this tonight. And also want to say a special thanks to all of you who are tuning in and watching the show. Thank you for your support, and thank you to all of our sponsors who are helping make this show possible. And thank you for supporting Carroll Sausage, because if it wasn't for Carroll Sausage, I definitely wouldn't be here doing this tonight. But thank you so much for your support through the years, and we just look forward to serving you for many, many more. Well, we're going to do one of my favorite recipes, like I said, is a smoked pork chop, macaroni and cheese dish. Very simple, very easy. I'm going to even make this even easier. I've actually used just regular boxed macaroni and cheese. I went by the instructions on that and just, cooked the macaroni and cheese, as you can tell here, ahead of time. And went ahead and added the cheese, did it just like the box said. So I've got the noodles and a little cheese already added to this. Few ingredients that's going to make it kind of like a homemade cheesy casserole type thing. But this could actually be your main dish at night, because it will have the meat in it, which is our smoked pork chops. And I'll go and open those up now. Show you what we got here. We got these earlier today at Carroll's. I think my brother Heath probably cut these up for me. And set that over here out of the way. I'll throw it in the trash. These are one of the items that we are well known for, smoked pork chops. And they're basically fully cooked. They're great on the grill. They're good cooked in the oven. They're good pan fried, just pan sear them on both sides. Doesn't take long to cook them. They're usually always very, very tender if you don't overcook them. And everybody that's ever had them just love them, including myself. I eat them quite often. But I've got six pork chops here, and you can do 4 to 6 depending on what. I think my recipe actually says 4, but I've got a few extra mouths to feed tonight, so we wanted to make sure we had plenty. But I'm going to take the chops. And we can actually do this for you at the store. I'm going to do it right here, but I'm going to bone the chops out, because I want to cut the meat up in little cubes. I'm just going to basically take the meat off the bone. Real easy to do. Just take the meat right off of the bone. And if you didn't want to use a smoked pork chop, and if just say you wanted to use a fresh pork chop, which would work too, I would pre-cook the fresh pork chops, whether you cook them, in the oven or grill them or whatever. If you didn't want to go with the smoked ones, but I like the smoked chops because they're just so easy and they're quick, and they're already, the headache of having to cook them has already been done for you. And we're just pretty simple, just cut right around the bone. And you can actually use the bones if you were cooking some vegetables or something, for seasoning meat. That'd be real good. Just throw in a pot of butter beans or some fresh peas. We're going to get these. All right. Now I just want to I'm going to just take these and just chunk them up, kind of cube them up a little bit in little cubes. Nothing fancy, just kind of cut these up in the chunks. I'm just going to go ahead and add these right over into the cooked macaroni here as I go. There's not a lot of, I want to say if you put these in the oven on 350, really the ingredients, everything in here is basically going to be pretty much cooked when it goes in, except the eggs. I am going to be adding some raw eggs to it, so you do want to cook it and get it done. Make sure your egg, get your egg good and done inside of your, I got a little piece of bone left in that one. So about 40 minutes in the oven on 350 degrees should do you just right. These chops here actually had the little pork tenderloin on them, which is really the most tender part on a pig. Is the pork tenderloin, just basically the same as a beef tenderloin. It's just pork, so it's going to be that part of the smoked pork chop will be very, very tender. But like I said, back to cutting these up. If you if you come to Carroll's and you want our butchers, one of our butchers there, we have Wayne or Marty in Sylvester, or Randy or Troy or Woody or Tristan, any of those guys in Ashburn, they'll be glad to even do this for you, so you don't even have to cut your pork chops up when you get home. They can go ahead and do this, chop it up for you, just tell them what you want. Tell them I said they better fix you up good. All right, got all the pork chops in there. Set this over here out of the way. That might even make somebody's little puppy happy right here. I don't know. It won't make ours too happy because we don't feed her table food. But all right, we're going to add a cup of milk. 1 cup of milk. I'm going to put about 4 eggs in here. I like using the brown eggs, as y'all can tell. I don't know if y'all can see this up on the screen or not. Thankful for our audience tonight for being here. Thank y'all so much for taking your time out and coming to the show tonight. We're going to be doing several more of these hopefully in the future. About 8 ounces of sour cream. Just want to mix this well. And it helps if your macaroni and cheese is, don't let it get cold. You want to leave it. You want to keep your macaroni and cheese, kind of warm until you get ready to add all this in, because it just mixes up so much easier when it's good and warm. And if you didn't want to use the box macaroni and cheese, basically you just need to get shredded cheese and some regular macaroni noodles and just do your own that way. Just want to mix this up really good. Didn't add any black pepper in. Put a little black pepper in here. Add a little bit of salt. I don't like to over salt anything because it's easier to add it than it is to take it away. Stir this up really good. Probably even some whipping cream would probably be good in place of the milk. I hadn't thought about it. I haven't tried the whipping cream. I may try that next time I make some of this. There we go. That's mixed up good there. I'll leave it on here. I'm gonna put a little, I've just got a baking dish here. I'm gonna add the cheese to it here in a second. Put a little cooking spray in there just to, and then we want to pour this in our dish. Oh yeah. I was afraid my dish was going to be too big, but I don't know if it's going to be big enough now. There we go. Oh yeah. Now this is, I'm just going to kind of flatten it down to get it even on top. I'm going to put this in the oven on 350 and let it bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let that cheese kind of melt. And then, it's up to you if you want to cover it or not. I may or may not. I don't know if I'll cover it up before, cover it with some foil to finish cooking it. Just to keep the top from getting too crunchy. I don't like it real crunchy. Some people do, so it's really kind of up to your preference, I guess. I'm just using the good old fine shredded black rind hoop cheese. It's my favorite. There we go. So this will go in the oven, 350 degrees. We're going to cook it for 30, 45 minutes until it gets done. Voila. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about the great Georgia-grown oils and flours made by Oliver Farm in Pitts, Georgia? This family-owned and operated business are pioneers in the field and are proud to offer you freshly pressed, straight-off-the-farm cooking oils. Use them like you would any other oil. Great for marinades, dressings, sautéing, frying, and grilling. Check out our webpage, oliverfarm.com, and see what we have to offer. Then pick up a bottle at Carol's for your next cooking adventure.
Wind down your weekday at Gin Creek Vineyards. Step inside the old pack house to sample any of our 13 wines. Can't get to Gin Creek? Gin Creek wines are now available at your local package store, making it even more convenient for you to relax and enjoy your weekday wind down with a sip of history from Gin Creek Vineyards.
The Georgia Grown logo is a symbol of quality throughout our nation. Georgia is nature's favorite state, where agriculture is the #1 business. Learn about agro-tourism, explore unique farming venues, and see where your food comes from on the Georgia Grown trails. In season, you can purchase fresh Georgia produce and other fine Georgia Grown products. Help grow Georgia's economy and support your neighbors by purchasing products with the Georgia Grown logo.
This is Business Spotlight.
It's been 30 years since all of this started, and boy, have they grown. They being Carol's Sausage and Meat Company, and Hugh Hardy is the CEO, and you oversee everything, and you check behind your people, and as far as the meats and everything. But I want to do a little walk back in time, if we can, with history. How did all this start for you?
Well, I purchased the company back in 2001, and we have just taken it. It started off in Sycamore, Georgia, and we've taken it since then, and we have just grown and to this huge store right here on Interstate 75 in Ashburn, and also our store there in Sylvester, Georgia, right on Highway 82. We've built our business based on good quality products and most of all customer service. Our employees, they love our customers. They love waiting on people, and so that's all those things combined has helped us to grow and expand.
Yeah. And people come, because you started out focusing on meats. Of course, you've got thousands of products in this main store where we are today in Ashburn. But your meat counter, people are just amazed. They'll walk from one end where the beef is all the way to the other end to the sausage. Yeah. But your type of meats that you pick and choose, if you will, in your recipes, that's what separates you from a lot of the other guys in the business, right?
Yep, exactly. We make a lot of our products right here in-house. All of our sausages are made right here. We make two or three different kinds of bacons. We do our own stuffed jalapenos and our stuffed mushrooms. We make about 50 varieties of sausage, anywhere from mild to hot to jalapeno and cheese. Valdez onion and cheese was our flavor of Georgia winter in 2017, and medium smoked hit the People's Choice Award in 2016. So a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, that was then. This is now.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Plan to spend a couple hours in here. Bring your cooler.
Definitely. Bring a big cooler.
Thanks, Hugh.